Hello there, you cute little cherry tomato. Have you seen the latest data on prediction markets? Prediction markets are actually doing more momentum and more volume than meme coins. Check it out here. Prediction market volume is overtaking memes. This data, some say data, shows how prediction markets are gaining popularity and traction over the meme coins. So I've made so many videos here for you, friends. Highest value content in crypto. Share with your friends and family. I've shown you how there's always like a meta, a narrative, a form of a casino that appears in crypto. And you never know if it's going to be the one that grows big. But when they do appear, like for example, we had DeFi, yield farming, food token stuff in 2020. In 2021, we had NFT flipping stuff and Dogcoin discovery things. Okay, NFT flipping. Then we had obviously the PumpFun JPEG casino stuff. And it doesn't last forever. What happens is the grifters, eventually what they end up doing is if they can make a bit of money, eventually it stalls out and then they start selling products and services to you like, oh, I've got a method here. Come and stalk people with me on the chain. I've got edge for you. There's no edge. It ends up dying. The fact that they're sharing it with you means it ends up dying. Or they try to sell you some sort of Discord group, or they try to send you some tools. Hey, come and buy my tool. Don't use it in a non-family friendly way, of course. The only tool we need is Spoonie. And it's all a bunch of BS, okay? They're not giving out alpha to you unless the alpha is rinsed dry. So new casinos keep getting made. That's what retailers, what people want. They want to come and be early to something, but at the start, it's very inefficient. People don't know how the game works. Right now in obviously PumpFun, you know how the game works. Someone makes a coin. There are scammers all day, like Orangey, friends. Orangey onboarded a kid. He's rugged for like $1.8 million on innocent people. He's rugged something like 1,100 coins. It's very sad, but yeah, that's how they onboarded. Basically dumped and rugged everyone out here. So just that's it. But everyone knows this now. Everyone knows that you can't actually win. There's too many coins. There's too much dilution. You need insider knowledge, and there's not enough new money coming in to bid stuff because nobody thinks you can win anymore. Whether the casino is rigged or not, it doesn't matter. It's a game, but all that matters is perception. So you run out of people who are willing to play the game. And if there's nobody new willing to play the game, you only have sharks left. Yeah, it's the same analogy you can use on a poker table. Right? If you've got, if there's, let's say, 10 people on the table, if there's 4 drunk dudes and they're playing at 3 a.m., there's enough food to go around. There's enough money to go around. But if those 4 drunk dudes, they go home, then you're just left with the 6 people who are just grinding there with like bags under their eyes, and they're going to be super tight. And there's no money to be basically given away. It's the same thing in crypto, right? And all markets. So look at this, friends. Poly market, boom, and opinion going absolutely nuts. Weekly prediction market volume is going parabolic. Prediction markets, there's trading and stuff going on there. And there's people you can bet on different things. There's not much really you can do, friends. You can go and try to punt stuff, but like when you find out one guy winning, they're doing really unique edge stuff. There's nothing to share with you. Well, you're not going to get it right. You're not going to be able to like dissect whether this sporting odds is actually mispriced or not. Just forget it, man. Like forget it. Prediction markets versus Solana trading bots. So look at the blue over the purple. So in the past month, friends, there's more prediction market volume than the Solana meme coin scum trading bots who are just there to rug everybody out here. Polymarket is the biggest prediction market site where people punt on different events in peer-to-peer style. Prediction markets are doing 2.2 billion compared to only 0.5 billion in the top 5. I call them thief bots. The Solana, they're just the thief bots out here. And there's a very appropriate name for the scam, quant scum. So also, friends, there is now 2x the user base participation in prediction markets compared to the JPEG coin scam arena. Now, remember, friends, when I say these words, it's calling a spade a spade. It's like saying, hey, the sky is blue. It's like, hey, I got the straightest posture. I got a squeaky chair. I got pointy elbows. It's just like a fact, okay? You can't dispute them. Okay, some people, they say, oh, PumpFun ruined everything. I know a lot of people, I know you think like that, but they didn't, man. PumpFun was a product market fit response to the fact that VC coins started at like 3 billion valuation every time, and they just rugged to 0. Okay, by default. So that's what they did. People just ended up wanting to participate in a new arena casino. They say, hey, let's not start at 3 billion. Let's start at $3,000 market cap and see what happens. So that's how we had our super coin, meme coin arena out here. I wanted to share this with you as well, friends. So the Federal Reserve is quietly injecting money into the system. So you can see this chart here, friends. See these spikes. So the Federal Reserve are doing their sneaky injections in the background. That's what happens when it comes to the QT, yield curve control. Or the prelude to all of these is that there are these injections coming on here, because what they do is, what ends up happening, friends, is they don't want, say, one time ticking bomb of a bank to basically get huge debt and then go start seeking money from other banks, and then it freaking starts becoming toxic, and then it comes and blows out in the media later on. I guess they don't want that, because it looks really bad, because then it will look like the US Fed is continuously patching up the problem with printing money. So now the optics of how it looks, now what they do is, this is what they've been doing for a while, right? They'll slowly help them along the way. You know, it's almost like, you know, if someone's walking on crutches, the US Fed used to basically go there and just like kick them in the knee, right? And get their gun out and say, show me your posture. Show me your elbows now. That's what the US Fed used to do. Now they don't do that. Now, before they fall, they help them. Okay, that's what they do. But they do it quietly when everyone's looking. That's actually where you have this Fed injection into the system. Now, you can see a lot of copers out here, a lot of the mid-curve macro copers come out. No. This is for the liquidity. No. This is for, you know, this little Johnson & Johnson baby bum powder bank that wants to buy more baby bum powder. Like, no, dude, it's the same shit, dude. They're printing money, printing currency. It's Cantillon Effect. They get to get it. We don't get to get it. Where's my bailout, bro? I don't get to get bailed out. Why? Because I'm in the system with everybody else. We don't have any insider. We don't have any insider influence. So you and I just got to cop it. Okay, but that's what the US Fed is doing. It all leads to one path: central bank balance sheet expansion and everything else we know as money printing. Okay, naturally, I joked here, friends. So since we are seeing this early injection of money, I said naturally crypto should drop 99% lower and go to its fair value of 0 now. Obviously, as a joke, just because I've written here as well, 5 years of shameful existence. It really is 5 years of shameful existence. We literally got nothing to show for anyone. We built stuff and everyone's poorer. Literally everybody's poorer. That's kind of funny, man. The people who think they're going to be really rich off Bitcoin only, good luck, dude. All I'm just saying is literally good luck. You're going to get, you're in for a rude awakening. Okay. You have literally maximum consensus with every retailer. Like, even, friends, remember Mr. CSGM was walking by in his around his neighborhood. He literally overheard 2 construction workers say, yeah, just touch Bitcoin, don't touch altcoins, they're total scams. Even the construction workers are just touching Bitcoin, right? So just showing you. And by the way, you have all the digital asset treasuries, like, they're all going to be forced sellers later on. We know they are at some, like, no, it's, friends, remember, the stock market company CEOs, they actually have a legal obligation. They must protect the shareholders. So they can get sued if they don't sell the Bitcoin. Yeah. Kind of wild. That's just how it works. But yeah, we've got nothing to show for this industry. Building this tech, no one sees any value. Hopefully it works out. Also, just a grim reality of the past 5 years. It's been a total waste for 99% of our existence. It has been a total waste. And like every other cycle before that, people only needed to wait 3.5 years. Yeah, it's actually, I know we call it 4-year cycle, but actually people's portfolios have started doing the rise up in the 3.25 year mark. 3.25, 3.5 year mark. We're now on the 5th year, still down 99%, still destroyed. I also want to show you this, friends, as well. Blackrock. So Rocca Negra fans, check this out. Lizard Fink and Rob Goldstein say tokenization can modernize the infrastructure that still makes parts of the financial system slow and costly. So, of course, it's going to lead into CBDC, Great Reset, financial payment system later on, myopic views. But it doesn't really matter. I mean, like, the crypto adoption, I mean, the technology, the rails are useful. We're meant to look after the little guy. Breaks my heart. That's actually the whole point of crypto, meant to look after the little guy. Actually, from everything we've seen, is it's done nothing but make everybody poor for 5 years and destroyed. Every bullet gone to waste. Down, 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 down only. Black swan from the PMI. Now it's come to the critical point. You know, do you think we have value, or do you think it was just the business cycle taking us down? I'm still long because I think we still have value, even though it is laughable. Even though we don't have any success stories, besides, it's kind of funny, you hear success stories. It's basically, yeah, I dumped on all of you and I ran off like a bandit. Yeah, man, this industry it's created the worst incentives of all time, man. Also, another thing, friends, just to let you know, crypto moves 3.5 times faster than stocks. So 1 year in crypto is 3.5 years in stocks, right? So the fact that we're down, literally, it's been 4 years, 5 years actually, of dog shit. We've been in like Great Depression levels. So if you do around, say, 5 times 3.5, you get about 18 years. 18 years, that's what the Great Depression was from the Dow Jones when it all got crushed. You can actually see it right here. So then this is the 90% drop of the stock market, 89%. And then it did like wave 1, wave 2. And also interesting and sad, but because everybody was so psychologically damaged from stocks here, they bought bonds here. And they missed out on the up-only run. So the government was printing at up to 10% inflation per year to pay off the war bonds, but they were paying you about 2% yield. And everybody still bought the bonds. Because they were so damaged by stocks, they were happy to just take the 2% yield. But what happened at the end of the decade, after that 10-year period, your purchasing power dropped by 50%. Yeah, if you bought the bonds. Absolute destruction. It's kind of sad. That's just how it is, right? You get these huge mental destruction. And then when it goes up, no one's long. Nobody's long. That's why there's no distribution anymore. It's just as people slowly join in and it reprices, there's nobody to sell because there's no weak hands at all. It just literally glides up. I'm hoping that's what we are seeing right now, but it's just hope. Also, joke here as well. So after Lizard Fink and Goldstein, as per standard crypto behavior, this good news should mean crypto dumps down another 99% towards fair value again. Because that's all we've literally been seeing. Oh, man, it's just... I don't know what it's to do. Believe a cycle. Yeah, it's been a trader's cycle. Yeah, just sell, run off, believe in nothing, don't bother waking up, don't try, steal off your neighbor, steal, sell on everyone, lie, be a thief. That's what all the incentives are, because that's actually rewarded you in this whole game. It's crime season, baby. Yeah, man. Melania coin as well. Like we knew. Uh-oh. Melania coin? Yeah, Melania coin. At least show us a titty or something, Mrs. Melania, please. Gosh, what else we got? Nothing else. Got a bunch of code nobody gives a crap about. People put money in, they get nothing out. All the token founders, VCs, and everybody else who owns the tokens gets dump. And we're just here. Our own purgatory hell. But still, I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving, friends. Got nowhere else to go. Everything else is garbage and overpriced anyway. Maybe the business cycle is going to turn up. Maybe Year of the Unicorn is going to be waiting for us on the other side. Like, subscribe, Billy Bard, and all. Catch you in the next one.